Good evening. Guys, my name is Mac again. I live way down here in the south part of the United States of America in a little town called Lexington, Mississippi. But tonight, I'm here to talk to you about the Wojo Rodeo Association out of Greenbush, Minnesota. Now, I'm really talking to our rodeo fans. I'm talking to all of the heads, all of the leaders in all of your hometowns and your communities around there. Guys, it doesn't matter whether you're in the southeast in Mississippi or Alabama, or if you're way up there in the land of 10,000 lakes in Minnesota. When you're in or involved with the Western way of life and the family lifestyle of rodeo, we all speak one language. That language starts off with God, family, and country. And Mr. Keith and Miss Dana Wojo do a fabulous job of it. Now, what I'm here to sort of get your mind thinking about tonight is, have you ever sat and thought and racked your brain like, hey, what can my town do to raise a little money? Or I'm in a certain organization and we do these same fundraisers year after year. And the first year we started, boy, they were great. And the next year is just a little less. And now we sort of break even. Well, have you ever thought about getting the Wojo Rodeo Company to come to your hometown and bring a little glimpse of the Wild West with some modern day rodeo flair? Guys, they can do that. And it brings the community together. You know, they can help you raise the money you need for those important things. Things like, maybe it's your town's Chamber of Commerce, or maybe a committee formed with your town there, and they've been tasked to repave some of the side streets, or maybe buy that much-needed playground equipment that's just never quite there in the budget. Well, this rodeo can help get that done. Maybe it's your local police force, or fire department, or sheriff's department, or any of our first responders. Guys, any of those people, they not only need, they deserve our financial support and as much of it as we could possibly give them. I've seen local cattlemen's associations and 4-H clubs and riding clubs benefit greatly from putting on rodeos with the Wojo Rodeo Association. Or maybe, it's a privately funded school. Maybe you have a small privately funded school, or maybe you're a local church that's been praying for another avenue to reach out to people through a ministry where normally you wouldn't get a chance to talk to these people. Guys, contact Miss Dana or Mr. Keith Wojo with the Wojo Rodeo Association. They can help you with that avenue. It could just be your favorite charity. A charity like maybe St. Jude or the American Cancer Society, or any kind of local nonprofit organization. Then again, you just may want to have fun. You may say, hey, we have a county fair every single year. And, we think a rodeo would be a great addition. Well, I'm about to introduce you right here to Mr. Keith and Miss Dana Wojo. That was actually me with them a few years ago over in Bagley, Minnesota, at a county fair rodeo. Miss Dana is awesome to work with. Keith knows the arena and the stock from one end to another. He's probably forgotten more about rodeo than many people know. Man, the action that they bring to your town, like the famous Wojo Mini Broncs, are absolutely second to none. And look at this cat right here. That is what you call rank. This, the Walsh County Livestock Association, sponsoring that shoot right there. This was a one-day rodeo that we had the opportunity to be a part of over in Park River, North Dakota. And that benefited the Saddle Club as well. Here's some more of those fabulous mini broncs. Man, dude, Mr. Gary Lundery right there, he's laying down a calf. This is something that they still use on the working ranches every single day of the week, and we can bring that to your backyard and show you how it's done live and in person. Some more bronc action right there. Man, this cat right here, Mr. DePippo, he is, see the heels of those Justin boots there over the front shoulders of that horse? This is the most physically demanding event in rodeo. It is bareback riding, and he's not only a great bareback rider, he is one of the cowboys that also defends our freedoms day in and day out in our U.S. military, and we give him a little tip of our resistol, and we say thank you for all that you've done. Right there, you see all the rough stock riders, the bull riders, standing in solitude as we have our opening, and we honor God, family, and country. Mr. Keith Wojo right there, you'll always see him carrying the most beautiful flag that's ever been sewn. Our stars and stripes, I like to call her Old Glory. Man, that cat right there, that's saddle bronc riding. It is the classic event of rodeo. You see that bronc rein right there? Now, something about that bronc rein, he has just enough of it, and that is what you call picture-perfect form. But if he takes too much of it, the horse will pull him over the front, and he'll get bucked off on his head. We call that coming over the dashboard. But if he doesn't take enough of it back here, he'll get ejected out of the back just like a jet airplane. There is a lot of fun with the Wojo Rodeo that can also benefit any organization or any group that you could possibly think of in your hometown. Mr. Rory Connell right there on the big buckskin, once again, saddle bronc riding, the classic event of rodeo, doing it to it, and you'll see Connell right there on the last picture. Guys, that was over there in North Dakota, Hamilton, North Dakota. I was in the announcer stand. I look up. Roy Connell is on the back of the bucking chutes right there, waving the stars and stripes back and forth on a great weekend following Independence Day. If that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. Mr. Keith and Ms. Dana Wojo, they put so much into this association, and they want to help you. Let me show you just how easy it is to get to them. Guys, that logo right there is second to none. You can go to Wojo's Horse Training and Wojo Rodeo. Right there, Wojo's Greenbush Rodeo. You can click message. You can message Ms. Dana right there. She'll be responding back there to you. If you scroll down right here and hit that about info, it's going to give you a phone number. 218-782-3751. You may be sitting there thinking, well, first of all, we don't know anything. We would love to do that. It sounds great. It sounds fun, but we don't know anything about organizing a rodeo. And even if we did, our little town doesn't have an arena where we can even put one on. None of that is required. The way that Mr. Keith and Ms. Dana Wojo will get you and help you organize and hold your hand every step of the way. They want your event to be very, very successful. And we're going to make sure that it is. Now, about the pen, the arena. You don't have to have a big arena. All you have to have is a place, and Mr. Keith says, I have the arena and I will travel. Guys, Wojo's Rodeo right there. 218-782-3751. You can go check them out there at Wojo's Horse Training and Wojo's Greenbush Rodeo. Tell them Mac again from Lexington, Mississippi sent you over there too. They're my friends. They're my colleagues. They're my buddies. But more than that, guys, the Wojos are my family. I'm Mac Ginn, and I live in Lexington, Mississippi. I hope to get Mac up to the land of 10,000 lakes sometime this year or next year. And when I do, I hope to see you at a Wojo Rodeo. Y'all come